Nile Crocodile. Imagine walking outside your front door and bumping into a crocodile. On Tuesday, April 14, 2009, a man in Florida found a humongous Nile crocodile lazing on his porch. Researchers were very interested in capturing and examining the croc, not only for the safety of this poor family, but also to learn more about how this crocodile, which looked different than most crocodiles sighted in the region, got to Florida in the first place. Genetic analysis proved the croc was indeed an invasive Nile crocodile, commonly found in sub-Saharan Africa and the Nile Basin, but now a resident of Florida. How did Nile crocodiles get to the United States? It seems some hatchling Nile crocodiles were sold to U.S. reptile collectors, who later released them into the Florida Everglades when they grew too large to be cared for. Nile crocodiles are larger and more aggressive than their American cousins, introducing a new level of competition among the alligators and crocodiles in local waters. Are Nile crocodiles really that scary? Well, take one infamous croc, Gustave. At 20 feet long and 2,000 pounds, he is one of the largest crocodiles in Africa. Over the last few decades, he has eaten some 300 humans in Burundi. Now, Nile crocodiles don't rely solely on humans for nourishment. Their diet consists mainly of fish, turtles, birds, and small animals. Yet, every now and then, even African locals need a reminder to stay away from these princes of the African rivers, lest they be fare for the croc's next meal. Nile crocodiles spend about 17 hours a day sleeping. Usually, they keep one eye and their mouth open. No wonder crocs have earned themselves a reputation of being lazy and lethargic. The truth is, they aren't as lazy as they appear. You see, when a crocodile sights a potential meal, it can swim right over within seconds and pounce on its prey. Nile crocodiles swim as quickly as 22 miles per hour. To compare, an Olympic swimmer is considered a star if he can make it to 6 miles per hour. A typical meal is as large as half the crocodile's weight. That means that a 1,000-pound crocodile can easily enjoy a 500-pound zebra for lunch. The crocodile clamps down on its prey with a bite so strong, it surpasses a lion's bite 5 times. So let's talk about the Nile crocodile's teeth. Oh, they've got lots of them. Between 60 and 110 sharp, cone-shaped teeth on average. These teeth regenerate, which means that once a croc sheds his teeth, a new pair grows in. The Nile crocodile can have as many as 50 pairs of teeth, 6,000 teeth altogether, in its lifetime. Never mind the dentist. It wouldn't be worth anyone's efforts repairing broken teeth with such a guarantee. Truth is, though, Nile crocodiles do enjoy the services of a dental hygienist, free of charge. Now, this is a very interesting fun fact about Nile crocodiles. They get along really well with a tiny little bird known as the Egyptian plover. Crocodiles have no issue allowing plovers to sit inside their open mouths, even though they could easily clamp down and turn the birds into their next meal. You see, Nile crocodiles and Egyptian plovers share a symbiotic relationship, which means they only stand to gain from one another. The plover makes itself comfortable inside the croc's mouth, picking bits of meat from between the croc's teeth with its sharp beak. It's a win-win situation, giving the bird a free meal and saving crocodile a trip to the dentist. Now, we mentioned the crocodile's natural sleeping position is with its mouth agape, right? Don't think the croc is lazily waiting for its next meal to drop into its mouth. The reason he keeps his mouth open wide is totally different. Since crocodiles don't have sweat glands, this is the way they cool off when they overheat. Their body heat simply exits and evaporates through that open mouth. Some other unique features of the Nile crocodile. While most reptiles have 3-chambered hearts, the Nile crocodile has one with 4 chambers. Its green eyes have vertical pupils and can see well at night in its wet environment. Also, Nile crocodile eyes, ears, and nostrils are situated at the top of their heads. They can hide underwater and keep an eye on what's happening above. And these crocs can remain underwater for an entire hour straight. Now, you may have heard that Nile crocodiles make great parents. What does that mean? The Nile crocodile is unique in that both parents guard their nest to protect their young from predators. The female croc lays between 25 and 80 eggs at a time, and only about 10% of them hatch, some 90 days later. When hatchlings have a hard time breaking out of their eggs, the mother rolls the egg inside her mouth until it cracks open. She continues to use her mouth to hover over her young for the first 2 months of their lives. She'll carry them over to the river inside her mouth. Baby crocodiles can see, walk, and swim from birth. So after a short while, they're ready to venture out on their own. Another enormous, exceptional prince of the African rivers, ready for a swim.
Vigdee,
you're a genius.